Paris Hilton is freaking out right now, and it's all because of Kim Kardashian. Word on the street is that Kim's ready to shut her down over some leaked Epstein tapes.
Ghislaine said, "Oh my God, who's that?" And my friend said, "Yeah, she's called Paris Hilton." And Ghislaine said, "Oh, God, she'd be perfect for Jeffrey. Could you introduce us?"
Sources are whispering that parts of those tapes are already making their way online, and they allegedly show Paris in some wild situations, like she was just another party accessory and more. If that's even halfway true, no wonder Paris is losing sleep over it. Fans are convinced she's already trying to clean up the mess. She's been out here telling everyone she had nothing to do with Epstein. But remember that 2020 docuseries Surviving Epstein? The British journalist and composer Christopher Mason claimed that Epstein's right-hand woman, Ghislaine Maxwell, actually tried to recruit Paris for Epstein when she was just 19. That old claim is suddenly back in the spotlight, and it's not looking good for her. For years, Paris kept quiet about it.
I had never traveled the world until I met Paris. We went on so many trips together, from Germany to Australia to Ibiza. I learned a lot from her.
But now that Kim's making bold moves, she's suddenly speaking up. In a recent interview with The Times, she said she never even met Maxwell and hinted that her name only got tossed around for attention. But here's the twist. This might be too little, too late. House Democrats on the Oversight Committee just dropped a bombshell. Photos and videos from Epstein's private Caribbean island. The timing couldn't be worse for Paris, and people are already speculating about what could come out next. The leaked photos show multiple bedrooms, and in one of them, there's something that looks suspiciously like a dentist's chair. There's even an old-school landline phone with first names scribbled on the speed dial buttons. Names like Darren, Rich, Mike, Patrick, and Larry Fans. A few names were blurred out too, and insiders say it was done out of caution. That only makes people wonder even more who's behind those redactions. Now, people connected to Paris might be breathing easy for now, but here's the wild part. This is just the beginning. With Trump reportedly signing off on a bill to release the full Epstein files, there's a tidal wave of new info coming. And for Paris, that's nightmare fuel, because if what insiders are hinting is true, this could expose way more than her being linked to Epstein's crowd. The shocking rumor? She might get exposed as a madam.
She was best known as being Paris Hilton's sidekick, but in reality, I think that girl was on a mission.
She got a taste of that drug. She wanted that power. You know that you can make $1 million in one day. What does it look like?
Yep, you heard that right. Multiple insiders claim that's exactly what Kim Kardashian's been gearing up to reveal. For years, stories have floated around about Paris allegedly drawing young women into her circle under the guise of friendship and fame. One industry insider even spilled the tea on Lipstick Alley, saying it's an open secret in Hollywood that Paris has been acting as a high-end connector for the elite.
File men in order to pilfer crucial documents for personal enrichment and blackmail purposes.
Yes, you heard that right. They are accusing her of lacing drinks and things of that nature.
They claim she recruits mostly naive young celebs and socialites, takes them under her wing, introduces them to the party scene, and allegedly guides them into risky situations. Some even say she includes herself in the mix when the price is right. It's a dark twist on her glamorous image. And if more evidence hits the internet, Paris could find herself at the center of one of Hollywood's messiest scandals yet.
But while Kim was fighting for her fame, Paris was fighting a much bigger battle.
Something happened in my childhood. It made me not trust anyone, not even my own family. I don't know, it's something that's very personal and not something I like talking about. I still have nightmares about it. I'm in bed, and these two people come into my room and say, "Do you want this to happen the easy way or the hard way?" It's terrifying, and I relive that every night.
On the outside, it looked like Paris was living a perfect life, but that was far from the truth.
If Paris was spotted hanging out with someone back in the day, you can bet they were part of her world too. So who exactly ran with her during those wild years? Big names like Lindsay Lohan and Britney Spears. And according to multiple sources, Paris didn't just party with them, she allegedly wrecked their lives. Insiders claim she treated Lindsay and Brittany the same way she treated the rest of her inner circle, pulling them in with promises of fame, cash, and access to the elite. But behind the glamour, they say she was introducing them to a dangerous scene full of rich men and wild nights. That lifestyle eventually took a serious toll on both of them, leaving chaos in its wake. But guess who did come out on top from all that madness? Kim Kardashian. To this day, Kim admits she learned a lot from Paris. And that's not just talk. She dropped her own tape right after seeing Paris's sudden rise to fame after her footage leaked. But it didn't stop there. Kim also used her connection to Paris to slide right into the same elite social circles, the ones tied to some powerful names, including Jeffrey Epstein. What's even more shocking is that Kim's name reportedly appeared in the Epstein documents themselves, listing her as one of Jeffrey's acquaintances who allegedly visited his private island. That revelation has fans connecting dots no one ever expected, and wondering just how deep this connection between Paris, Kim, and the elites really goes.
Kim Kardashian and Kris Jenner suing her ex Ray J for defamation after he claimed he's working with the feds to bring down the famous family.
What's even crazier is that just like Paris, Kim seemed to learn the game. And after a few years, she allegedly started running her own version of the same scheme.
This federal RICO, though, on KK and Kris, ooh, the federal RICO I'm about to drop on Kris and Kim is about to be crazy. The feds is coming. It's nothing I can do about it. It's worse than Diddy.
But now, with federal investigators digging into everyone connected to the Epstein circle and the government getting ready to drop the full Epstein files, Kim's under major pressure. Fans think she's scrambling to protect herself. And her best move? Throwing Paris straight under the bus. That's exactly why so many people believe Paris has been out here trying to rewrite history, telling the press she never even met Ghislaine Maxwell while conveniently flooding her socials with old throwback photos. Here's where it gets interesting. Just a few months ago, for Kim's birthday, Paris posted a nostalgic throwback on Instagram with the caption, "I'm so proud of the woman, mother, entrepreneur, and icon you've become." Fans were stunned. That post came completely out of nowhere, especially considering that Paris and Kim didn't exactly part ways on friendly terms. Kim herself told Harper's Bazaar that she and Paris hadn't spoken for 4 years. She brushed it off, saying, "We don't really talk. Everyone comes into your life for a reason, a season, or a lifetime."
You can't make this stuff up.
If you told me that the Kardashians was being charged for racketeering, I might believe it.
But now that everything's blowing up again, that sudden show of love from Paris looks a little too strategic. People are convinced it was her way of keeping things cool with Kim, just in case those Epstein files end up dragging both their names into the same scandal. Kim once said, "She was in my life for a long time, but insiders claim the truth behind the scenes was way darker." Apparently, Paris and Kim couldn't stand each other. One insider spilled that Paris's feelings toward Kim ran deep, and not in a good way. Back when Paris was just 18, she allegedly became a victim of revenge and was horrifically exploited by an older boyfriend, someone 13 years her senior. The fallout was brutal and left lasting scars on her mental health. But while Paris was dealing with that trauma, Kim and her mother, Kris Jenner, were reportedly plotting something shocking, using Paris's pain as a roadmap to build Kim's fame. Imagine this. One of your close friends uses your connections, your spotlight, and your struggles just to rise higher than you ever did. Then, she turns around and recreates one of the most humiliating, personal moments of your life, all to chase clout and become a superstar. That's exactly what sources say Kim and Kris did. So when Paris posted that sweet birthday throwback on Instagram, fans weren't buying it for a second. Based on what insiders are saying, that post wasn't about nostalgia at all. It was survival. People believe Paris was trying to cozy up to Kim again, hoping to stay on her good side and dodge the storm that's now threatening to drag her right into the middle of this massive scandal. What Paris needs to realize is that Kim has a history of tossing people under the bus the second it benefits her. Just look at what went down with Ray J. After building her fame off that infamous tape, Kim turned around and hit him with a lawsuit, accusing him of defamation and claiming he lied about them being tied to a federal RICO investigation. That move shocked everyone, but it didn't stop there. Kim allegedly used every powerful contact she could to shut down anyone who backed Ray J's side of the story. Remember when Stephen A. Smith supposedly exposed her as a worker? Yeah, she reportedly made sure that went quiet real quick. So if Paris thinks posting a few throwbacks and kind captions will protect her, she might be in for a rude awakening. Because behind those glossy selfies and polite smiles, it's looking like a full-blown Cold War between Paris Hilton and Kim Kardashian. With Epstein files dropping, insiders leaking fresh info, and the elite circles starting to crack, both women are in survival mode, fighting to protect everything they've built. And now the million-dollar question, who's really gonna win this Hollywood showdown? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit that like button if you're deep into this drama, and don't forget to subscribe and share, because this story's only getting wilder from here.